Right, morning chaps, and welcome to another episode of Ben's Angle. As you can see, I'm wrapped up, got my hood on, got my hat on. It's a bloody fresh morning as well, we'll say that chaps. But as for venue wise, we're on Cottington Lakes, we're on Pepper Lake, we're on the new lake. I say for people that have watched the brother channel to this, the O'Connor Angle, done a few videos on there, but it's the first one on this channel. So basically what I've done is, obviously, I'm just going back to Cottington Farm. If you haven't watched that one, go back on the channel and watch it. And for the viewers that have watched it, I hope you enjoyed it, because I very, very enjoyed making that one. I had some great fish up on Cottington Farm. And like I say, if you haven't watched that one, go back onto Ben's Angle and watch that one. A good couple of fish in that, I had 5 fish in that, 26, 2 28s, a 32 and a 37 common. So if that's your style of thing, go back and have a look at that. Like I say, it's a day ticket, that one as well, so might be worth having a little look, chaps. But like I say, this episode's about Cottington. It's Pepper Lake, so a lake that I've fished for many years, and I thought I'd just come down on the off chance. Now there is a booking system here. Basically you go online and there's a bit that says diary on it. You click onto that and it lets you know how many people are on, who's coming off, etc, blah blah blah. Now the thing is with Cottington Lakes, you can't just roll up to go on the specimen lakes. You have to book to go into the diary to be able to get a swim. Now what that does is, it doesn't save you a certain swim, but it guarantees that you've got a swim. So not like Cottington, where you can actually book the number of peg, but you can book a swim on here, which I think is great. You know what I mean? Fishing's getting busier and busier now, chaps, as we all know. And sometimes you're driving down the motorways and you're thinking, oh, how am I going to get on? Well, places like Cottington and Cottington, you are, because you can book on, you know. So I think you pay half your deposit first and then the rest, you know, a couple of weeks later. But like I say, we took the chance. I thought, sod it, you know what, I'm going to do what everyone else does. I'm going to take the chance. There was one swim left. I've rolled up this morning, it's a Friday morning, and yeah, peg 10 was available. Now it's a peg that I've done well in, you know, in the past, I've caught from. And yeah, I was quite shocked it was still available, really. So we've jumped in and I've just flinged the rods out now, and as you can see, the house is up, etc, but I am going to redo these. Like I say, time's about 7 o'clock in the morning, saying like 8 o'clock. So but that's where we're at. So we're on Cottington Lakes, and we're going to give this one a go for you. Like I say, chaps, it is a day ticket lake. I'll roll on about bait and stock later on in the show and that. Like I say, I'm just going to sit here with a cup of coffee, watch the water. Like I say, I've flung them out, and I want to see where they are, and hopefully they're going to be in this swim. But yeah, as you can see, I'm proper wrapped up. It's bloody freezing this morning, chaps. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. Like I say, I'll go more into detail later on in the show. I mean, if you can subscribe to the channel, I'd be very, very grateful. And give us a like, even leave a comment about Cottington Lakes, and like I say, I'll get back to you and I'll answer as much as I possibly can about it, especially if you want to come down, like swim wise and what baits to use, etc. Like I say, I can give you a hand on that. Like I say, I've fished it for years. So but I think we'll leave it there for now, chaps. As you can see, the kettle's in the background. I haven't got it on, but it's certainly going to go on, chaps. So like I say, we'll catch up with you guys very soon. Right, chaps, just going to go through with where I've put the rods, excuse me, and like I say, I flicked them out this morning, and like I say, I've seen a couple of fish now. If I can zoom in, that's basically the island that you get in this swim, from that post, left hand post, all the way around. And see the big green bush on the other island in the background? I'll just put the tripod down. I think it's roughly there. So you get from there all around here. If I just pan it left a bit, basically to this post here, and then it comes back towards you. So, but I've seen 2 fish now. I've seen one under here come crashing out, and the other one just there. So that's where we've got the 2 rods at the moment. I thought we'd go in there, start with that today, and then just keep our eyes peeled and see where they're bashing throughout the day, or especially this evening. Like I say, the wind is just starting to bring it up. The wind is just starting to trickle in now, down into peg 9, so that would be a northeasterly, I believe. But yeah, I want to keep my eye on that back island as well, because they do like it up there when the sun's out. So we'll keep an eye on that, chaps. But yeah, that's where we're at. So bad boys are down there. That's all them ready to rock and roll. So yeah, and then there's the island there with where we're fishing. So but yeah, as far as I'm aware, nothing came out last night, but there's certainly a couple of fish on that island. So that's where the rods are, and we'll leave them there for a few hours. Right, chaps, as you can see, the sun has come out. Hats off, me barnet, eh? Yeah, the hat's off, and you can see someone's in peg 11 next to me on the bank. But yep, the hat's off, and it's getting quite warm now. But we have got a northeasterly wind, as you can see. It's coming basically from this side and going down the lake. If I spin round, you'll see I'm on the new lake, but directly behind me here, that is the channel. Where are we going there? That is the channel to the old lake. So it's two lakes here joined with a channel. So bear that in mind when you do book it, boys, because it will say booking on old lake or booking on new lake. The old lake is basically you would fish to the far margins. A bit like a French style, if that makes sense, walk around, bait up, whereas the new lake's got 3 islands in. So obviously there's one, you got one at the back there, and there's another one over there as well. So that is like the setup at Cottington. I'm just going to go through a few fish stocks with you. Right, basically it is a big fish lake, which obviously a lot of you are going to be interested in. So in the winter, there is 16 different 40s. So I would say late autumn, beginning of winter, 16 different 40s. In the summer, roughly around about 10 40s, because there's quite a few of them that are 38, 39 in the summer, but in the winter, they're 41, 42s. As for 30s wise, got in the region of 50 plus 30s. I mean, that's a lot of big fish in here. I mean, if you go onto the brother channel, which is the O'Connor angle, you will see the Elite Carp Masters, which I own, and obviously you got Faye, me dad, they help run it, and you got the cameraman Cameron as well, and yeah, like I say, a lot of big carp are on that. Go and check that out, boys. Loads of 30s and 40s on that channel. We've got some really serious good anglers in that one. And if you are interested in it, get in contact with us. Like I say, have a little watch of it on YouTube. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. So many big carp get caught in the Elite. And basically, loads of 30s and 40s come out as well. But yeah, if we look behind me, I've still got baits, 2 baits on these islands here, one either end now. So, but yeah, it's fishing hard at the moment. So, like I say, I thought I'd just go through stocks, etc. So we got, I would say 16 40s in the winter, it's 50 30s, loads of 20s, and there are doubles in here. You're unlucky if you do get one, but like I say, they are in here, but there's not many of them, chaps, you know. So, but yeah, just a little update there, guys. I'll keep looking that way because my rods are out, as you can see, just there near the chair. So yeah, like I say, we just got to sit on our hands. It's that kind of fishery. Once you've got your rods out, just sit on your hands. If you keep casting and messing about, you're just going to spook them out your swim. So, like I say, we're just going to sit on our hands now, and hopefully we can nick one. So my aim for this trip is, if we can get, I'm going to be greedy, sod it. I'm going to try and get a 30 pounder. I was going to say 25, but if we can get a 30 pounder, then absolutely fantastic. So, like I say, it's not fishing great, but that's the aim. So we're here for 2 nights. It's Friday now. Obviously tonight, tomorrow, go home on Sunday. So, but yeah, I think we'll leave it there, guys. Like I say, we've just put the rods back out, and let's hope we can nab one of these 30 pluses. Right, chaps. Well, we got one. A couple of lads in the background. Gentleman's had a 27, ain't you, Sean? And unfortunately, the other bloke been bringed out. But I'm sure he'll get one now. But yeah, we just had one just on the phone to Faye, as usual, and it goes. So 24-12 this one. So a great start. Let's lift that one up. There we go, chaps. My kind of carp, so I would say. But yeah, £24.12 that one. Absolute immaculate, proper looker. So yeah, first of many hopefully. So let's spin him round for you guys. That one off the island. Right slam in. That was right tight. So but yeah, beautiful carp days. Now the sun's out, showing all this glory off. So right, let's get some stills. Let's get that rod straight back out. 24-12. Let's see if we can catch a 30, eh? Right, chaps. As you see with that lovely 24-pounder that we had today, it was yeah, that was great news. That was slammed right up tight to the island, and yeah, that one absolutely tore off. Sun's still out, as you can see. Squinting my eyes, but yeah, like I say, we got the rods back out after that, but nothing else on that side. And then typical, I was on the phone to Faye again, and yes, you've guessed it, chaps, we had another screamer. And typical, I picked up I said bye to Faye, obviously, hit the rod, fish has come away from the island. But I've tried to get the camera to get some action shots for you guys. Typical, I'm pissing around with the camera, fish has gone round the back of the island, and it, boom, cut me off. I was like, oh, you got to be joking. So I tried to get you some footage, and typical, I ended up bloody losing it all. So yeah, my own fault on that one. That one really, really hurt, that one. So I keep looking out there now because there are a few bashing still. But yeah, that one, I tried to get some action shots from you guys, and I ended up losing the fish because I was pissing around with the camera. So there you go. So yeah, we've had one and lost one. And like I say, the rods are back out. The sun is absolutely beautiful today. And hopefully we might get another chance. I feel confident of another chance, I will say that. So I don't know if I can zoom you round. I don't know what the light level's like on that. But yeah, there's the island just there. That's where we're fishing up against there. So, but yeah, at the moment, one to me and one to the fish, chaps. So, but yeah, we're coming into about 4:30 now, so hopefully we might get an evening bite. But I ain't picking up the camera to get a bloody action shot, chaps, all right? I want to get the fish in first and then deal with it, all right? So I did the same on Mallard with on the O'Connor angle, like I say, the brother channel to this. I've done it there as well, and I ended up losing a couple of fish there because of the bloody dealing with that situation, trying to get cameras ready for action shots for you guys, and yeah, it's come back to bite me in the backside. So, but there you go, we've had one 24-12 and we've lost one. So like I say, lake's absolutely packed, and it's me and one bloke that have caught. So yeah, so far so good, chaps. Yeah, got another one on, chaps. It's one of Cottington's small ones. Oh, it is a baby one. But I've got Lyndon to do the camera this time, so I don't bloody lose it.
No pressure.
That's it, mate. Come on. That'll be one of Cottington's smallest fish, I reckon. Come on. Lovely, yeah, I do. Had two and lost one now. It's a baby one though, so yeah, we'll get the rod back out first and then we'll sort that out. Right, chaps, as you see the battle there, literally I just got off the camera to you guys. I literally put the camera down, sat in my chair, and it was away, left hand rod up against that island, very tight near the post there, well just to the right of the post. And yeah, it's produced one of Cottington's small ones. I haven't weighed her, she's normally about 15 pounds anyway. It's the coastal linear. But yeah, like I say, it was handy because I had Linton next to me. And I don't know what the recordings come out like, but hopefully you got the fight this time. That's why the fight was there. So, there you go. She's not the biggest in the world, she's certainly a looker. Let's come in a bit more. Yeah. But yeah, she's around the 15, 16 mark. She's one of Cottington's known ones, one of the ghosty linears. But yeah, beautiful little carp she is. I've had her a couple of times, this one. But yeah, so that's 2 now, and lost 1. So, but yeah, so far so good. There's a few bashing out there, so I am expecting more, to be fair. But we'll quickly spin around for you guys. Yeah. And there's the other side for you chaps. No, beautiful markings on her, isn't she? Absolutely stunning little carp. But yeah, around 15, 16 is what she normally is. Like I say, I can get away her. But yeah, let's get her straight back. I've already put the rod back out, chaps. I'll do that before I deal with the fish. So hopefully, we might get another evening bite. Right guys, we thought we'd just come onto the rig side of things now. Obviously, we've had 3 runs, we've landed 2. And yeah, unfortunately, the one that I lost was my own stupid fault because I was trying to get some action shots for you guys, as you already know. But I thought we'd just quickly go through it while we've got 5 minutes. And so basically we start off, we got Deception tungsten tubing. I've obviously laid it on a bucket just to show you how heavy this stuff actually is. You can see it, look, it's just limping over this bucket. So if you imagine that being the contours on the island shelf of where we're fishing, that's exactly what you're going to be getting. So it stays nice and flush, and that's exactly what you want on these island shelves. You've got to remember that they're shallow, you know, and you want it to be very inconspicuous as possible. When you come down, you can see I've got a Deception lead clip there. Now, yeah, there's loads of lead clips on the market, you know, I think we all know that as carp anglers, but a good thing I like about this is you can set it to get rid of your lead or not, and by having the peg in the middle allows you to do so. It's a very, very underestimated lead clip, this one from Deception. I don't think many people know about it, and like I say, just setting it, you know, you ain't even got to do your towel rubber. That peg in there does all the work for you. Obviously, coming down, you've got a 3-ounce square lead just there. You know, I've ranted and raved before about this company, this SM Leads. I mean, you go on Facebook, he's massive. You name any lead, any colour, he does it. And the one thing that attracted me to this company was the coatings. Now, if you're having problems with coatings coming off leads, we've all had it in the past. You wind in, you know, your lead looks like Edward Scissorhands had a go at it. His coatings never fail me, and that is why me and Dad swear by these leads. We then come down. Obviously, we've got a snap link there. As you know, people like watching the Brother Channel O'Connor angle. I use these all the time. I think they're a lot easier. You don't need a rubber as well, not like them quick change swivels. You know, you got to push the rubber down, and especially using PVA, just think is a bit of a nightmare, especially if you do a miscast. So, I mean, them swivels there, the £30 breaking strain before they open up. So your hook length's going to break before even that opens up. Coming down to the hook length now, we've got a Deception link there, as you can see. Nice dark colour there. I've peeled off, I don't know, an inch there, just for flexibility. And then we come down, got a bit of shrink tube there as well from Deception, with the size 4 DX curve, that's in microbarb. Cottington is microbarbed only down here. And as you can see, I've just got a little bit of silicone on there, and then a 16mm hook bait or a 15mm hook bait will go on that, but I'll come on to bait afterwards. But yeah, that's the rig there. I'd say probably about, I don't know, 5 inches. Yes, chaps, it's not a Ronnie rig, you know, just to let people know you can catch carp, you know, on other rigs, you know. So I expect a lot of people are using Ronnie rigs at the moment. It seems to be the one, doesn't it? But I just go back to my everyday carp rig, and this is it, chaps, like I say. So we got tungsten tubing, lead clip, 3-ounce lead, snap link, and an hook length with a size 4 DX curve there. It just never fails me, you know, for these day ticket carp, it just never fails me. As you can see, got some of the components here, got the DXs there, and then obviously you got the lead clip in camo, and there's some there in the weed green for the weed lovers as well. So what I mean is by weed lovers, not the smokers, I mean the fishermen. I know they both go together, but you know what I mean, chaps. So yeah, there it is. Like I say, it's a very basic carp rig, and it's been doing the damage this trip. So that is basically on both rods. And they are fished up tight to this island that's probably around about 30 yards away. So, but yeah, lovely little rig. And like I say, it's served a few bites this trip when there's only been one other fish out. So yeah, well pleased with that lot. Like I say, and the other good thing about it is as well, chaps, if you lot stay there, it's just produced me. We go around here, that bad boy in there. So as you can see, I've just got the rods back out. And there we go. And there is a nice £23 mirror sitting in there, which I've just had this morning. So yeah, all them rig components is exactly the same rig, and there she is just sitting there. So I think we'll get that fish out now and show you chaps. There we go, £23. Definitely my kind of carp. How beautiful that one is. There we go. Also had a bream last night. Had one of your bream. 3 o'clock in the morning. That was lovely, chaps. But yeah, look at that on the rigs that I've just showed you. And we'll go through some bait in a minute as well. Like I say, a lovely, lovely torpedo, £23 linear from Cottington. So well happy with that one. So one more night left. Hopefully I'm going to try and get a 30 today. That would be nice. So, but yeah, I think we'll get this one straight back. Yeah. There we go. Lovely. Right, chaps, we've got another one. And it's just one of those days, isn't it? Or one of them weekends. Bloody smaller one though, £22.5 common. So, but look, we're getting bites. I'm trying to get that £30. I can't believe now I've had what? 1, 2, 3. I think I've had 4. Is it 4? 4 and lost one, I think it is. I have to look back. And not one's over £25. I can't believe it. Very rare at Cottington. So, but yeah, lovely 22.5 common. And yeah, literally just after the other one, put that one back. I sat down, I was going to make myself a coffee, and it ripped off. Well, I can hold her up a little bit lively as usual. Right, so I left her in the net for a sec. I've got the rods back out, so yeah, she's definitely woke back up again. There we go. 22.5. So yeah, literally seconds, and then the other rod ripped off. So absolute superb. I won't bother doing the other side. So we're trying to get a bigger one. She's in perfect condition. So yeah, we can't grumble. So I think that's 4 or 5 now. I can't remember. But yeah, we'll get onto bait and stuff in a minute. But yeah, lovely £22.5 common. There we go. Right, let's get it straight back. Right, chaps. I was going to do this pet in the bivvy, but it's starting to brighten up. Well, a little bit anyway. Sun's trying to come through, chaps. But yeah, been Carnage this morning, and hopefully it's not going to stop. I am determined to try and get you a £30, chaps. I really am. I can't believe that we've had 4. I think it's 4 or 5, I don't know. And the biggest 24.12. I think it's 4. I've had 1 double and 3 20s, but I did lose one. So, but yeah, fantastic. Like I say, we got only 24 hours in, so yeah, we've done really well. We're going to go through bait with you guys though, because obviously at the moment there's been 1 fish out. That gentleman's gone now, but other than that, it's only me that's catching, and a lot of this bait's been going in this lake lately, and it seems to me that they've switched onto it. And this is what happens with myself down here, you know. Now that I'm with someone new, a lot of that bait goes in and the fish start getting turned on with it because of the amount that goes in. So I'll go through it with you now. And basically, you see that, it's the Steamy's TNT. Now what that stands for is the Tiger Nut and Toffee. It's a beige colouring bait, and it's steamed. It's not boiled, as it says there on the packaging. And the freshness of this is second to none. I'll open them up for you. We'll have a little look. But yeah, like I say, they're a beigey colour. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this properly. So there you go. Like I say, 15mm. And then what we're doing is we're casting that out, and then we're catapulting a few round. Not loads, but just enough to entice a bite. But what we're doing is, obviously I've got some hook bays. That's what I'm putting out with the catapult. And like I say, that at the moment is absolutely spanking this place. I mean, it's what I caught on at Cottington Farm. Everywhere I'm taking it at the moment seems to be top notch, mate. So like I say, I've gone through a little bit already. So, but yeah, like I say, that's the one there, the TNT, and it smells absolutely, you know, one of them when you open a packet, guys, you go, yeah, that's the one. You know as anglers, you go, that's gonna work. That's that one. But also what I'm doing is I've got milk baits here. They're in a 15mm, and basically again they're in the TNT, the Tiger Nut and Toffee. But what it is I've absolutely soaked them in the new peanut liquid. Oh, they absolutely stink, and you guys can see that. They're absolutely doused in it. And like I say, they've been soaking now a good month, and they're absolutely loving them. So basically, I'm hooking one of them on, or putting one of them on the hair, sorry, shall I say, and then firing a few round it. But that's the peanut sauce here, the liquid peanut. And I tell you now, guys, this stuff, you just want to drink it. Do you know what? It's, if I was on a place where, I mean, the TNT and the peanut goes together, it's obviously the tiger nut and peanut. But if I was on a place that you was allowed to use tiger nuts, mate, this stuff and them would be unbelievable, or even peanut itself. But that's what we're using. Obviously, I'm just dousing the hook baits up, firing out, hitting the clip, right up tight to this island that's directly behind you guys, or behind the camera, should I say. And I mean, I'm in like the rat hole at the back of the willow, if that makes sense. There ain't a willow, but it's just giving you an example, like, you know, it's like where they live. And yeah, like I say, this stuff, along with the 15 millers, firing them right in, you know, like when you get down to your knees with a catapult, firing them right underneath the trees. And yeah, that's the winning bait at the moment, and I can't recommend it enough. I mean, like I say, a coke in it absolutely annihilated it there. And it's doing well here. Like I say, we've got 24 hours left. And yeah, to be honest with you, I'm confident. I think we're going to get more. Like I say, when that sun comes out, I'm going to put some more of this out. And then we're going to get ready. So yeah, like I say, I'm absolutely loving the Steamies range, the TNT. If you've not tried it, guys, like I say, if you come into Cottington, it's worth even just getting one bag. You know, at the end of the day, you're here to catch. I mean, other baits will work. I'm not saying that they won't. But there's a lot of this going in this lake at the moment, and like I say, there was a gentleman, he was next door to me, he hadn't caught, and I gave him some of it, and funny enough, he caught. So a bit like coking, you know, so, but there's loads of it going in here, chaps, so it's well worth just getting one bag. Even if you get just one bag, you're covered, aren't you? Like I say, you've got two rods, stick one on that and stick one on what you guys think, you know. So, but yeah, like I say, last night, just getting back to last night's action, very quiet. Tell a lie, I had a brain 3 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, I weren't too pleased with that. But yeah, this morning, 23 pounder, and then obviously the other rod was still out, and that just ripped off literally minutes after. That was a 22, so we're getting bites, the smaller ones at Cottington's, but 320s, I can't really moan. But yeah, like I say, we'll try and get that 30 pounder for you guys. So, but yeah, I think we'll leave it there, and hopefully we're going to catch that 30 pounder for you guys. And there's just a little close up for you guys with the bait. Obviously there's some 12 millers there as well, and the 15s. It's the 15s that I'm going for. I am putting some 12s out, not a lot, but it's mainly 15s because of the bream. So but yeah, there it is there, all the range. And like I say, guys, if you haven't tried it, give it a go, because that seems to be really working for me at the moment. So but yeah, great range of baits. They do quite a few actually. They do a krill as well, which I think in the summer is going to be a winner, and they do a squid one as well. So like I say, I'm looking forward to using them too, more so when it warms up a lot more. But yeah, if you're definitely coming to Cottington or Coking Farm, that is the one that I recommend. Right, chaps, we've got another one. It's absolutely in the land of Nod. Bloody geese. Shut up. Yeah, I was in land of Nod. Absolutely sound though. Dreaming of a 30 pounder, and yep, you've guessed it, chaps. Let's get rid of that. Yep, you've guessed it. Another 20 pounder. Shouldn't grumble, but yeah, I can't believe how many 20s I've had. So I think that's number 5 or 6 now, £20 bang on that common. So yeah, like I say, shouldn't be too grumpy, but I was absolutely sound though, chaps. So, yeah, so everyone's giving me the fingers up behind because no one else is catching, but there you go. It's my day, shall we? Every dog has his day and today's mine, shall we say. I'm going to be greedy. But yeah, let's get this one straight back. Right, chaps, finally, I said to you that I would bring you a big one, and we've got it. Yep, all £33.6 of her. Absolute immaculate common. I can't remember how many I've had now, I've lost count. It's 6, 7, I don't know. But this, that is correct, chaps. This is what Cottington is known for. Look at that, £33, 6 ounces. On the TNT hook baits like I showed you, soaked in the liquid peanut. This session can't get any better, can it? Hopefully the bigger ones are starting to feed now. I've ploughed through them, been a 20s machine all weekend, still got the night to go. But what an immaculate common, £33 sticks. And it gave me a proper fight. So yeah, let's spin him round for you guys, a bit of a special one this. Like I say, and there's the other side of her. What an immaculate carp, like a torpedo. So yeah, brilliant. £33 6. Let's get some stills and then let's get her back. Well happy. It's like a breeze block, isn't it?
Yeah.
The old common that. Go on then, girl. Lovely. Salted. Well, chaps, what can I say? What a session this has turned out to be. And to be honest with you, I feel absolutely shattered. So, you know, it's just like when you're so focused on something and, you know, it's just like focusing on where they are, you know, where they're showing, watching them, you know, cruising under the bushes and stuff like that. And it takes it out of you, doesn't it, chaps, you know? So, not exactly a young chicken no more. So, I feel absolutely knackered. So, but yeah, we're coming on to the last evening now. We're on the Saturday night. Like I say, the lake's still busy. And there's been nothing else out. Like I say, I'm the only one that's catching. And we've had 6. So, you know, it's just watching the water and using the correct bait. And I think that has been the key to this. You know, it's like I say, a lot of that's gone in, and you know, others are probably not known to that information, but they are now. And yeah, like I say, you get on the going baiting in a lake and you can do really well. But yeah, I mean, to have, what have I had now? I've had 6. I've had a 16, a 20, 22, 23, 24 and a 33. Yeah, what a session. So like I say, we're on that evening period. I've just had a couple of liners on the left hand rod. So who knows, we might get lucky again, chaps, you know. So but yeah, I feel absolutely knackered, to be honest with you. So I was contemplating on going home, because the way I look at it, it was done. It was job done, you know. All right, I hadn't had a big one, but I was thinking, do I go home? And you know, I was like, you know, I've had 5, and good job I didn't win it, because the next bite was the 33 chap. So, but yeah, in the end, I thought I would stay just in case. So, but yeah, we're going to stay for this night, but we're going to go early tomorrow morning, which is a Sunday. And like I say, you know, with this channel, guys, it's going to be fishing at weekends. So, you know, if you are one of those anglers that fish at weekends, which I would say probably 80% of you are, this might be a channel for you, because like, I only fish at weekends. I work 5 days a week, and I fish at the hardest time, you know, and that is at a weekend. Don't care what anyone says. You know, if you fish in the week, it's so much easier. There's hardly no one here. The fish are acting normal. You know, you just walk round and chuck a rig on them, innit? You know, just watch the Calder DVD. That's all they do, innit? Walk round, keep walking, chuck a spinner at them. And it's a lot easier in the week. But when you're rooted to a swim and you can't move, it's a different ball game, chaps. So But like I say, if you haven't subscribed, if you can, I would be much appreciated. Give us a like, and if there's any questions, by all means fire away, and like I say, I will get back to each and every single one of you. And you know, let's watch this channel grow. Like I say, it is new, and like I say, this is the second video going out on it, and there's quite a lot. Oh, there's one just there. There's quite a lot coming out. Obviously, I know what's coming, and there's a lot of fishing booked in on this. So let's hope that we catch a few still, you know. So like I say, I'm pleased with the rigs and the bait. And at the moment, we are on cloud 9. So, but like I say, we're on that evening session. And I'm going to chill out, lads, you know. So I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and a cigarette. And I might even have an early night. I think I deserve it, chaps. I think I do. So, but right, we'll call it there. Like I say to you, we'll get back to you guys in the morning. Right, chaps, we've come to the end of our sessions now, and yeah, what a session it was. I'm actually at home now, as you can see. I'm in my shed just sorting bits out. I've just unloaded the van. But yeah, last night we lost one, 10 o'clock last night, screened off, and I couldn't believe it. After about a minute into the fight, the hook bloody pulled. So when I got the rig back in, and that hook point had just burnt over a little bit, you know. So I'm assuming it's probably a little bit of bone or something in the fish's mouth and just popped out. But we ended up with 6, and we lost 2. So what did we have? We had a 16, a 20, a 22, 23, 24. And a beautiful, stunning 33-pound common, and that's what Cottington can do, chaps. You know, it's one of them lakes, lots of 30s, lots of 20s, and lots of 40-pounders as well. So, like I say, really enjoyed it. 48-hour session, Friday to Sunday. Go onto their website, have a look, and then go from there, chaps. Like I say, you have to book on. It's a diary system, and you go from there. But as you can see, I've got everything behind me. All the bait, everything all here, so I've got to go through all of that now. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed making it, sorry. And like I said before, give us a subscribe, fellas, and we'll go from there, because there's going to be plenty more big fish content on Ben's Angle. So, I think that'll do for now, chaps. So it's time for me to have a bit of family time, and we'll catch up soon. Ta-da for now.